Welcome back, everybody, to Sanity Lost, where everyone's sad.
Getting sadder.
So I'll ask, what's actually, that's not fair to ask what's one of the saddest things you ever had in a tabletop role-playing experience, because I am also probably the cause of that. So I guess, like, what do you guys do after, like, I don't know. I don't get normally sad at watching TV shows or anything like that. But, like, I don't know. Not everyone is wired like I am. So what do you guys normally do? Like, what is some advice, like, oh, man, I need to go cheer myself up. The fact that I am now a quarter, half, I don't know. I forgot when this episode comes out. Almost the way through January, and I just gave up all my New Year's resolutions and ate a 32-gallon tub of chocolate swirl ice cream with vanilla.
Did you just say
sherbet.
a 32 gallon?
Hey,
That's an
32
insane
gallon is
amount of ice
impressive.
cream. That is
Go big or go
so
home.
impressive.
That's
That is
like
64 of the, like, normal ice cream tubs. 64.
that's like
you know what also
that's
is
like
64?
a barrel of
Nintendo.
That's like a water barrel, almost water barrel size amount of ice cream.
Oh,
You guys make it sound like it's a bad thing.
I love ice cream,
It's not a bad thing. It's an impressive thing.
but that might be too much ice cream.
You guys heard it here first. Elizabeth
Yeah.
can't have ice cream.
31 gallons. 31 gallons is fine. 32 is just way too much.
But 33 is the perfect spot.
Exactly.
Okay, so wait, what was your question? I got stuck on the 32 gallons of ice cream.
I was just wondering if you watched or had something sad happen in a game that you're playing. Like, is there a way that you cheer yourself back up, or just help you be like, it's not that bad, it's just fake?
Johnny, you should answer that question. More so, less sad and frustrated. What happens when you get banned on Call of Duty for the umpteenth time?
For no reason.
For no reason, yeah. How do you make yourself feel better?
No reason.
No, yeah, they were having some weird issue, I think, with connection authentication, because when I changed my what's the word? DNS.
Username.
I changed my DNS from auto to Google, then it stopped shadow banning. So there was something weird going on there. But there was like a week where, like, I couldn't play and it was annoying. So I mean, I usually find something else to do. Like, stuff like that doesn't bother me. I don't, like, sit on it too long, so I may not be the best person.
Is that when you went back into Elden Ring?
No, I still need to get back. I actually got back into Death Stranding, so
I saw that.
Yeah, I've been, like, slowly kind of playing that again, so I usually just jump around and something will grab me, and then I grind that for a while, so.
Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is the best.
Yeah, I feel like I go to, I have shows that I will just watch on repeat when I need, like, a feel-good something. I think I totally fall in that category of humans who, doesn't like the uncertainty of new TV shows, and so if I'm already upset or anxious, I will go and watch what are my go-to? Scrubs, Family Guy for a while, but we actually just got back into that recently.
You did all of Rick and Morty recently.
Oh yeah, Rick and Morty is an easy one, and then Solar Opposites. I was binging.
So usually some 20-minute length something.
Yeah,
that
it
is
can't be
comedy
long. It can't be emotional. Scrubs is a little bit dangerous. It's not 20 minutes, and it is very emotional sometimes. However, I've watched it so many times at this point that at least I know when an emotional episode is coming.
Which is a problem for us because my TV show, I love the hour-long, super dramatic, like, emotionally
Very
intense,
intense.
like,
Yeah.
so, like, we can never watch TV together because Unless we just watch what Elizabeth wants to watch, because she doesn't like my.
Mm-hmm. It is true.
Yeah, it makes me fall way behind.
Oh, stop it. You stay up so much later than me.
I'm trying to think of the last TV show I watched, and I realized it was yesterday, watching Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
For the podcast, I assume?
Yeah, it is for a podcast. I did watch that on my own last year for the first time. It's a good show. It's pretty fun. But
I'd started it. I don't remember why I didn't continue.
We had started it. Like,
how'd we start it together?
There was a time when, like, we were playing, maybe when we were playing Guild Wars, and I would throw something up on one of my other monitors.
Oh, and we were listening to it then, yeah.
We had, like, started that. It just got away from it.
Yeah, it's a fun show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of the last thing I watched, like, on my own. It was a Korean movie, The Gangster, the Cop, the Devil.
Nice.
Okay.
And yeah, and everything I heard about this movie was based off of one scene, and I was like, okay, this sounds pretty cool. It's got the, I don't know his name, but he's like this big jacked dude, and he's old. Well, not like super old, but he's like older. He's in Train to Busan as well. If you guys have ever watched that.
Yes.
I have not.
He's the gangster dad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he's in that movie as a mob boss pretty much, and the whole movie they're trying to find out who this murderer is, and like all the only promotion I heard about was like this scene, and it's like it was so played up to be like this pivotal moment, which it sort of is, but not the way everyone was spinning it. And it's like, I thought this is what the movie was based around of, and it's literally 2 minutes of the movie. And I'm like,
such a disappointment.
It was like, I will say it was a good movie.
Yeah.
But when I was expecting like certain story beats, because that's all that I heard about it,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
it was like, oh, it's missing that. But I think it's a fun kind of cop / mobster drama. Maybe not so much in the drama side of it, but I don't know. I think it's a movie worth watching.
Yeah.
It's fun. There's another one that I want to watch. I think it's like The Man from Nowhere, which I think, from what I've heard, the movie is about what I've been seeing promoted. The other reason I watched it is because it was free on Amazon. So so I'm like, okay.
Nice.
They're like,
That's a
yeah,
good
with
reason.
ads. I didn't get any ads, but so yeah, I guess we can start our episode, and yeah, who knows? Maybe by the time we record the next set of episodes in like 3 months, I'll have another movie that I watched, and we can talk about that. But anyway, let's talk about something that will make everyone feel better. We're gonna do a little thing called a character advancement,
Oh,
Ooh.
good.
aka
That's
leveling
exciting.
up. Yeah, that's what I was trying to look up and find out, and I couldn't find anything very clearly stating it. So if anyone's listening to this episode and they're just like, that's not how it's done, well, let me know
I don't think
wherever you can reach.
I don't think it's in the player book at all. In the investigator
it's
handbook.
not. And it's not very easily found in the other book. So this is how we're going to do it here until I either find out how it's really done or someone corrects me.
Cool.
So for all your things that you have marked, you can roll a 1d10, and then you're going to add that to whatever is marked.
Okay.
So there's probably a lot of spot hiddens and maybe one sleight of hand. And who knows? I don't think anyone leveled up Ride.
No, I have a listen and
Yeah,
a
I've got-
first aid
I
and
got
a
a drive auto.
persuade.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a
So-
few different ones. All right, let's roll the list.
Yeah.
then.
So
Wow.
while you guys are doing that, because you guys probably have a bunch of stuff.
So
Yeah, we
0 in this
Yes.
case means that I don't get anything on it, right?
no
Or does
0
that
is
mean
10.
10?
0 is 10. Yeah.
Okay.
0 is 10.
That's good, because otherwise that
4.
list was not going to get any advancement. That would have been
I
terrible.
would prefer it to be a negative 10, but hey, not everyone gets to have joy at the character advancement section.
And I'm assuming we're like deselecting these now so that
Yes,
we can like
yeah,
redo
deselect them, and we'll do that. So yes, everybody. Normally this is done at the end of a session or end of a thing, but we're doing things a little bit differently. So this seemed like a good, that's a fun thing that I'm finding out with Call of Cthulhu, where I don't know. Some people are like, oh, this must be the halfway point. I honestly don't know. This could end.
tonight.
I don't think it's going to end this episode. If I had to guess with the pace we're going, I could see a potential ending in about maybe between 5 to 6 episodes.
All right.
Potential.
So close to 20
There-
for our first chapter.
I was gonna
or
say.
season.
Yeah.
I was going to say, so for our goal now is to extend that to 10 or 20 or maybe more. Chapter
thing
1,
is,
episode
like-
60.
But the thing is, it's like there could be more. Like there is more written, but yeah, should be. See what happens. I don't even know. What if it's in? Oh wait. So hold up.
We're on
so
episode 13.
that no 14 came out this week, and now 15 is coming out tomorrow. We just recorded 16 recorded earlier this week. 17 were recorded right now. And we're on episode 18.
But that includes the prologue, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is chapter
Yeah,
1,
so-
episode 13 we're recording right now.
Yeah. So part 10. Yeah. I'm looking on the podcast. I have the episode number, and then in parentheses I have chapter and part.
Yeah.
So
All of our weird ways of.
the fun thing is, I think on the YouTube it's numbered differently. So did anyone get anything good? Any good level ups?
I got up to 59 on my spot hidden. That was my highest roll. Was a 9.
Yeah, my
Listen
highest
was-
is also spot hidden, so I'm at 88 now.
That's just cheating.
My listen was pretty strong. Now a whopping 32. That was the strongest increase. So,
Let's see.
and then for my luck, I rolled an 86 over 52, and gained 7.
Oh, right. Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah, do luck while we're at it.
Come on, I need some more. Ugh. Why do I always
Alright.
roll low when I need it to be high?
78 and over 40. So
I'm trying to. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, remind me again. When we roll over it, then we roll another one to add?
Then, yeah,
What is
yeah.
it we roll?
So pretty
1d10,
1d10 if you fail the roll.
which is what you did. So
Yeah,
roll
yeah,
your
yeah.
1d10.
Yeah.
5.
So yeah, I'm just trying to find out I don't know. This might be something that's in the book. Let's see. Define because in the book they give examples of what does a high percentage skill look like.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what they would say for spot hidden. As soon as I find it, skills. Spot hidden will be near the back. Bum 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 bum. It doesn't say. I was lied to. Oh, I like an insane. There's an example of an insane person failing. But anyway. pandemic there. And now we shall get into the episode. So, nothing important happened last episode, so you don't have to worry about it. Just the sheriff is going on vacation. She went to the mystical land that I send all important NPCs that the characters kind of like and interact with. This one had to wait close to 18 episodes to get there. Some of them get sent there within the first couple minutes of play.
Yeah.
Only half of the people
from
here
experience.
had to. But this one wasn't specifically the reasoning behind the whole campaign. But anyway, Sheriff Hudson has been whisked away to some place, and they have been told to return what has been stolen. What could it be? Well, I don't know.
No
to be
idea.
fair, there could be a couple things, but anyway, as I find my music player, you all wake up, and you guys return the car back to the police station, unless somebody says different. And then kind of all head to your respective homes. And, unless some of you guys, wherever you guys are staying throughout the different nights. And so, it is now Saturday morning. And yeah, you guys wake up, and even though you guys may feel like, I don't know, maybe a little bit better in some areas and feel empowered with the drive to go save Hudson, you still feel this sense of unease that it feels like you're being watched, even though there's nothing around. And so you all head out, and what does everyone do? It's still pretty early. It's not like, we'll say it's around like 9 o'clock on Saturday morning.
Well, I would have imagined that we made a plan to meet up and like figure out what we're doing. I feel like as usual, Cora would have offered the store as like a easy place to gather. So unless like there were different ideas or whatever, maybe the offering was to meet as soon as the store opened in the morning, which probably would have been right around 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I think that makes sense to meet up. I also feel like on the way back in the evening, one of the things Caleb might have been discussing is potentially sending his parents out of town with the child that was rescued, Sarah, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And basically getting her further away from these clowns. And just, when they got back, called the parents and said, hey, how about you just take this kid out of town and for a few days until the circus moves on.
Alright, first things first. Who did you leave Sarah with?
Sarah's with my
Did
parents.
you your parents? Okay. And so you're calling your parents?
Yeah, I think I'd be calling him and saying that, kind of explaining that there's some really weird stuff going on with the circus, and feel like that we need to get her out of town, further away from this, further out of their reach.
Alright. You call and the phones don't ring. Not that the phones don't ring. Nobody picks up.
Nobody picks up. That... well, I'm definitely going to be going over there and finding out what's going on.
Okay. how about
Well, I mean, if we're kind of like going earlier, then Cora would have gone back to her in-laws to check on. Well, I don't know that she would have thought that anything was wrong, but would have gone back to her in-laws because that's where she was. That's where Timmy was, so would have like gone back there to stay the night. And maybe have a conversation, like hearing Caleb talk about sending Sarah and his parents out of town, like having a conversation with her in-laws about them taking a trip to see some of Cora's extended family in New Jersey. So she would have gone back to their house.
Okay. So you'll be going there.
Yeah.
All right. And Percy.
I think Percy would go and check on the box. Remind me, did we lock it up at the bank?
Mm-hmm.
It's in the bank vault.
Okay. So the sheriff wasn't the keeper of that.
No.
No, it's
No. Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, Percy
Yeah.
would have gone to the bank. I guess we should decide, should I retrieve the box?
Well, I don't know if you can. I mean, it's late. It might not even be open.
Yeah, that's true.
And Percy did say that the bank was a very secure place when we were
Yeah.
discussing putting the box there.
It would be more, I think I would just go do kind of a double check, just make sure
Yeah.
everything is secure.
The other thing is that, when this was all set up, as we said, I think it was November, Caleb was given a key, and that was the only way that you could go in and check the box. So you would just have to make sure that you have that key if you want to make sure.
Can he
Yeah,
get
I
in there
think-
without
No.
no, not without the key, but can he get there after hours with the key, or does it have to be during business hours?
It's 9 a.m. in
No,
the
no,
morning.
the night
Uh,
before. I think. he
Oh,
was
the night
talking
before?
before.
Oh, I thought this was all happening in the morning.
Oh.
I thought that Caleb was calling in the morning.
I mean, we
And all that
definitely
stuff.
talked about
Is
it
that-
on the way back. I don't know if I would be calling in the morning or calling the night before necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah,
we
probably.
can be in that
I
morning.
think the call would be in the morning,
Okay.
and probably
okay.
before I met up with everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that makes
but no, if you guys want to give the key to him that night before, that can happen.
Okay. So I think if we had talked about it and Percy has the key, then Cora would have wanted. Cora wants to talk to the box. And so she wants to like have some sort of like contact with the box. So I think she would have advocated to like bring it to the shop, even if we put it right back in the bank, but to bring it to the shop first.
Okay. So, is everything you guys said happen in the morning, or?
Yeah.
Well,
That's fine.
here's
Yeah,
another
sure.
question: how willing would the bank manager be to let Percy get the box from the vault, even if he had the key?
It's one of the things you just have to find out.
I mean, I guess is Cora, are you going with me?
Yeah, I can. We can like meet up at the store and go over.
Maybe that will add some legitimacy.
So if we're starting in that morning, so then Cora, before going over to the store to meet up with Percy, has a conversation with her in-laws, and had already called her aunt in New Jersey, asking if it might be okay for her to host them for the next week, and so has a conversation with her in-laws about kind of taking a little vacation with Timmy and visiting family because things have been a little bit weird, and it would just make her feel a lot safer to have him out of the
Okay.
town.
Try to persuade them.
All right. All right. So I think she's saying things like, we're coming up on the anniversary of when everything happened, and I don't know how you guys have been feeling about the circus being in town, but I went last night, and I just can't shake this feeling that something bad is going to happen. And I honestly can't imagine any more loss or trauma coming to our family, and it would just mean the world to me if you were in a place that was safe with Timmy. And my aunt has a beautiful farm and lots of land, and Timmy could have a great trick-or-treating experience for Halloween. And you know, I'll be here to run the shop, and I'll check on the house and make sure that the animals are fed, but it would be really important to me if you could just take the drive and just go take a little break. And I rolled a 33 under 76.
And it's like the husband, or the
Father-in-law.
the father-in-law is just like, oh, going out to see the aunt. No. They're like, well, if it's important to you, yes, we can do that. You sure you don't want to be with Timmy for Halloween?
I mean, obviously I do. We've been working the last 2 months making his costume. But I think it's important that I'm here. Maybe you can have him draw some pictures for me. And
Okay.
and see it when you get back.
All right. If that's what you think is best. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. And we got some family out there as well, so.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, take a little vacation, catch up with the family. We haven't been out there since everything happened, so maybe this will be good.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess we can do that.
Cool.
And they
Yeah.
begin packing. And
Yeah, I was gonna say, so Cora like helps pack up Timmy real quick and like gives him a hug and tries to be really positive and hype up the trip, and leaves to head to the store feeling a little bit of a relief that she feels like she did something for her family that will keep them safe.
Safe.
Okay.
What are those words?
I was gonna say, as I feel like Dave is rolling dice and I don't like it.
I do. All right. So, Caleb, you're calling your papa and
Yeah,
mama.
So I call his parents' house, and apparently the phone just rings.
Yeah, there's no answer.
So then I'm definitely heading over, gonna head by their house to check on things and see if anybody is home.
Okay, yeah, so you pull up, and the town is quiet. It's like normally there's people driving around and stuff, but it's like eerily quiet this morning as you're driving over. And you get over to your parents' house. Same thing. It's just like just strange stillness over the town.
Is there anybody home?
It looked like their car's there.
Okay, well, I go knock on the door and let myself in, calling for him.
Door's open. Yeah. No response.
Does it look like there's any kind of a struggle or anything? Does it look like they've been gone for a while?
No. And roll listen for me.
13 under 32.
You hear some noises out back. Like, sounds like some grunting. Like, not out back in the house, but like behind the house. Just like,
So,
sounds like some people like moving stuff and.
go and look out back and see what's going on.
Alright. Behind the house, you see your dad and your mom and Sarah replacing windows. Which, if you remember very early on, you said that you were going to go over Saturday morning and help them replace some windows.
All right. Things have happened since then.
Yeah, so they look at you, it's like, well, Caleb, it's about time you woke up. We already got the bad one out.
All right. So I guess I pitch in and start helping to work on the window, and while we're doing that, start talking to them about taking Sarah out of town for a week or so.
I gotta stay here and help the mines, you know? I can't just leave, and your mother's got church.
I mean, I'm sure people can make do without you for a week, and maybe tough, but it'd be tough. But I'm sure we can manage. And I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot going on. We went up to the circus last night, and there's a lot of really weird stuff with the circus, and I mean, I think we need to get Sarah out of town and safe so that the circus doesn't try to do anything to her or take her back or something, anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I trust you, son, but I just can't. I can't just take off from work. Try to do something to persuade them. Whether it's, I need a roll. So you're trying to charm them, intimidate them, persuade.
I'm persuading, and I rolled a 14 over 10, which I'm going to push with some luck down to.
I was gonna say you're gonna add 10 to this roll, so.
Oh well.
You pass. Yeah.
That would be a 14 under 20 then.
Yeah. So, because he does trust you, and he just wasn't sure. But yeah, with that, he's like, okay, I think that's right. We'll take Sarah out. She seems to be warming up to us. So,
yeah, she looks better already. I mean, just even the short time that she's been been out of that environment, she definitely looks better already.
And like she seems to be smiling a little bit and all that, unknowing that her mom is some weird corpse thing. I'm not even sure if, oh yeah, I guess Caleb would know because Percy mentioned it. So yeah, so they're like, okay, and they begin to going out, and they're like, yeah, I guess we can go over to Mount Holly or something. There's been to the big church over there, and your mom comes up and just like, now, Caleb, where'd you find this girl?
She was in the woods, and well, we can talk about more specifics without her being around, but it was weird.
Don't worry. When I had you, it was a weird time. Don't worry. I won't let the town know that you got a secret lover somewhere. Mm-hmm.
Mom!
Just make sure that you do what's right by God, and make sure that y'all get married. And
Mom, she's not my kid. She's not my kid.
Okay. And she just like kind of starts walking away, just like, come here, dearie, and like just brings her like inside the house. she's like, I don't know how he hid you from me. So, but yeah, they will follow your advice and head out. Okay.
Oh no, there are more rolls.
Oh man, all
So,
these people are
af-
dying.
As we, I hope Dad finish up the window and then head over to the shop.
Okay. Percy, you meeting up with Cora to go and look at to see if you can get a book back from the bank. I called it a book again. Jerks. The thing is, I know what's in there.
I
Spoilers,
have even been
it's not a book.
intentionally calling it a box.
I know.
And you still call it a book.
That's it. I'm actually gonna kill Susan.
No, that's not fair.
Her head's in the box. That's right. Cross dimension punishments. But yes, to go get the box.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
As we go, Percy, kind of leans over to Cora and is like, maybe you should take a lead on this one. Without the sheriff here, I don't know that the bank manager is going to take kindly to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Hand over the key.
I give the key.
So, yeah, you guys go in there, and the teller's there, just like, it's a different person than. I don't remember who originally went to set this up. I thought it was Caleb.
It is.
I went.
Caleb.
I went to
Yeah.
deposit. Put the box in
Yeah.
the bag.
Yeah, and so, Cora, you recognize this person as kind of one of the kind of young girls of the area, like still in her teens, just kind of watching the bank, doing the telling, and she's just like, "Oh, hey, can I help you out?"
Yeah, we need to take a look at a safety deposit box that we had set up, I think, a few days ago. I have the key right here.
Oh, okay. Let me just see the number on it, and
Sure.
like, okay. Well, Mrs. Richmond, if you, that's not your name, Mrs. Richmond, follow me, and if you guys go sit in this room, I'll bring the box to you.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. And, like, she even looks at Percy and, like, kind of just gives a warm smile.
See how nice it is when people actually trust you and aren't afraid of you.
Percy just rolls his eyes at Cora.
And, yeah, so she leads you to the room, and shortly after, she brings in the lockbox, and she's like, yeah, so, are you just planning to keep it open? Or what do you guys want to do? What are your plans for this?
That's a good question. We are debating whether we will be just looking at the contents and then putting it back in the box to leave with you, or if we'll be taking it with us. I guess Cora kind of like looks over at Percy. We hadn't actually talked about whether it was coming out with us or not.
Well, just to let you guys know, it's you pretty much get it for the month. So if whatever you take in and out, no big deal. Just remember, if you're gonna, just pretty much you're gonna have to pay another fee at the start of next month if to make sure that we keep it open.
I see.
And yeah, don't lose the key.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll
Percy.
definitely. Sorry. Go
Percy leans over to Cora, just kind of as she's talking and whispers,
ahead. We'll most likely be taking the contents with us for today, but we want to keep the safety deposit box open for now. Because we might have need of it in the near future.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the box within a box is there, and yeah, you guys can take it as you formerly said, and go back to the and it's not heavy.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, so Cora picks it up and like slides it in her bag, so it's not obvious that we're carrying something. As we walk back, do we also notice like weird quiet and lack of movement, or is that?
Yeah, like it just feels just quiet, and in fact, like I should have said this with Caleb. Everyone noticed that there's like a fog that kind of rolled into town. It's like, it's not like a super thick fog, but it's like still enough to just kind of obscure your vision a little bit, and it's just between that, the cold weather, probably the trees that like don't have their leaves up. It's just like, and especially the events of last night, everything is just like off.
Okay.
And Percy, with your ungodly high spot hidden, excuse me, you are able to notice that like there's no clown music, and like with the lack of people, there's the lack of clowns. There's still all the like posters up still, but like it just feels like,
do we get the
people.
feeling that like, or do I get the feeling like the posters are watching us, like kind of like we did before, or
you feel it's not like that same feeling that you had last night in the circus, that something is watching you, or the same thing that's earlier, but it just feels off.
And are we seeing any people? Like,
No,
there's no one out.
no one is out.
Interesting. Okay. Cora probably just like punctuates that on the way back. It feels odd that on a Saturday morning there's nothing going on here. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I agree. I mean, it's a quiet town, but this is definitely too quiet.
Let's get back to the store.
Yeah, I feel like we need to keep off the streets and out of sight.
Alright, so Cora lets Percy lead if he wants to like go kind of back ways back to the general store.
Yeah, I kind of take us like off the beaten path. But
Alright.
Alright, so then we'll get back and wait for Caleb to get there.
You guys are all there.
Okay.
Did you guys notice how quiet town feels today?
Yeah, I
Felt
mean, quiet
weird.
doesn't seem like the right word. We saw no one.
Yeah, it was kind of that way coming over here from my parents.
it almost feels empty.
I don't know where everyone is. Cora pulls out the box. So I guess we have to figure out what we're doing with this.
Caleb reaches out to take the box and look at it. And I guess feel if it, look around on it, look to see if we can spot anything interesting about the box today. It's like, this thing has been causing all kinds of weird... Things just got weird as soon as we got the hold of this thing.
Things got weird the moment that circus came in town.
Yeah, I suppose that's more accurate.
And they clearly want this. They think it's important. Cora knocks on it. Hey, box. You awake today? I really hope you roll in the talking favor.
You just hear, yeah, 5 more minutes.
Koralik looks up surprised. Did you guys hear that?
Yes. Everyone heard it.
So that means that's the first time Caleb's heard the box talk.
Yeah, roll sanity, Caleb.
69 over 55.
Oh, that's a fail. So, I think it's just one. I'm trying to remember what I gave you guys.
Yeah, I think it
before.
was just one.
I think it was just 1 point of damage of sanity. Of some sanity lost. Hey!
Said the name.
Caleb looks
Title
around
card.
like, wait. Okay, well, it does talk.
I told you.
I mean, I believed you. It's just weird actually hearing it, and looks at a clock to. Since this 5 more minutes, looks at a clock like, okay, and just kind of makes a note of the time. And it's like, it's weird. Just
Cora
knocks on the box itself.
again. She doesn't even wait. She just knocks on the box. Listen, I know sleep is important, but we haven't talked in a few days, and there's some stuff going on, and I need to speak to you.
I already told you. Free me.
Right.
Bring you where?
Not bring, free.
Free.
Okay, so can you tell me more about this freeing process? Let's say that I might consider. What does it look like?
Well, there's 2 ways. Do you know the words?
I don't think so.
What words?
Well, then. Say it again, sorry.
What words?
The words.
What are the words?
That's one of the rules. I can't tell you the words. So, that's
Who
options gone.
Who would know the words?
Certain people with certain backgrounds. But if you don't know that, there's the not so fun way. You got a knife?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just a paper bag cut by I guess paper string. I don't know what the string is made out of. But all you have to do is cut me open.
You did say it's the not so fun way. What makes it? What is?
Oh, not so much fun for you.
Clearly, and what makes it not fun for us?
Well, what would the fun be for me if I told you?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a safe choice.
With what you're dealing with, there are no safe choices.
You know, that's a good point. So, other question. What do you know about Buster? And why does he have you?
What does he want?
Well, there's a lot of people that would like what I can provide.
But here's what I don't understand. If it's so easy to release you, then why are you still in this box?
Being released and releasing oneself are 2 different things, and I don't have the option to release myself.
But if you're so powerful, then wouldn't Buster want you out?
Let's just say Buster can only tolerate me for so long.
What exactly are you?
Oh, Caleb, trust me. You, Cora, Percy, know me very, very well.
How do you feel about going back to us?
It doesn't bother me. I know he's gonna free me. It just depends. Who's gonna hold the old mystery inside?
So he does plan to let you out.
Mm-hmm.
How long exactly do we know you? Or have we known you?
A while.
Would you say it's been a few years?
One could say that.
Interesting.
Cora is like slowly starting to boil as she puts pieces together in her head, whether right or not, that this could be the entity that they saw 10 years ago on Halloween.
Well, let me see. Looks like you guys don't have much time left. What was it? 12? You had to bring me up there?
Wow. You are quite the eavesdropper.
I got listeners everywhere. But that's not the big problem.
So if we let you out, would you
We
be
will
able to
not.
help us? Would you be able to help us get the sheriff back?
Oh, that Hudson? I guess. Like, I could. She wasn't very nice, but yeah, I could.
What's your goal? Like, once you're free, what are you gonna do?
I haven't decided yet.
No?
Nah.
I mean, it sounds like you have a following. You said you have listeners everywhere. Do you come out to your own cult, so to speak?
Yeah, you're using words I never said.
I know.
But I don't know. A world tour might be fun. I don't know. I might have to get a few things first. Who knows?
Things like what?
Maybe I'll have to go visit Charles again.
You know where he is?
I think someone here also knows where he could be. Oh, but that's not my secret to tell. Look, I don't know. I'm growing tired of all this, so I'm just gonna go back to bed. And I guess when I wake up, I'll find out what happened. Doodles.
One more question for you. Where do you get your power from?
Percy, so teeth go.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but we cannot give him back to Buster.
I agree. I'm leaning more towards letting him out. If he's gonna get out either way.
Are you serious? You realize he's probably the thing that almost killed us, that killed our friend.
We can't let... If we give him to Buster, Buster lets him out, and then he has either control or at least some influence.
It doesn't sound like he's controlable.
If
He
he's
already
getting
has
out
people.
either way... If he's
I mean,
getting
he must
out
be
either
able-
way...
Buster must have some way of controlling him, otherwise he wouldn't be back in the box.
That's true. Something put him in here. Something or someone put him in
Well, who's
here.
to say that he wasn't put in the box that night? Sheriff Hudson is the only one who went out there after we did. She knows what happened. Buster
she
may
would never
have
tell
found
me.
him, but I don't know that he put him in the box.
Does she have any associates or
Well,
anyone else we can contact? We need.
I mean, the box did say that Buster can only tolerate it for so long. So, I mean, that... Unless he hasn't let him out of the box and it's only just been talking to it.
Right.
I mean, Theodore. We have to find Theodore. Theodore knew about the box. He told me to beware of its weight, remember? I have no idea how we find him. But I don't think we have any other choice.
Let's go stand in the woods.
But what do we do about the box and the sheriff until then? I mean,
We bring the box with us, and we track down. The only lead we have is to track down Theodore. We can't go into this meeting with Buster without some kind of control. We can't just turn the box over to him.
what if we make a copy of the box?
I mean, I have to imagine if it doesn't talk to him, he's gonna know pretty quick.
Well, but maybe we can fool him long enough to, I don't know, buy some time or something.
The only way it works is if we immediately get Sheriff Hudson back.
I mean, the
guess
box
we
doesn't
could
always
try.
talk, so...
It doesn't always talk to us.
We don't know if he can feel the weight of it, though. If he knows there's weight to it, and then we just hand him an empty box.
Caleb, how quickly could you make a replica?
I mean, it's just a box. All we gotta do is copy the drawing on it, right?
Yeah, I think so. And the string, too, right? Like, isn't the string part of it?
Well, sure. I mean, we tie a string around a box and make sure we have all the drawings on it. Can't be that hard to do, to make something that would potentially buy us some time.
Yeah, I mean, it at least gives us an option. But I think we need to go find Theodore.
Yeah,
I agree. Maybe Theodore has more information that we can get him to tell us about.
So at that moment, two people notice something. Caleb, I need to see if you can notice this. Roll spot hidden.
13 under 40.
40. Okay. All three of you guys notice this light that's near a door that seems to be blinking.
Just a door? Is it like the outside door?
It's a door leading to the inside. Like, it's leading into your office.
Oh.
Cora, you know exactly
Oh.
what this means.
Okay.
In short, you have a message.
Okay.
We'll find out what that message is next week.
We made it through 10 minutes of real time.
Yeah, I know.
It's
And
like
anybody
9:15.
surprised by that? We'll see it all next
Yay.
week.
Stress.
Bye.
Laters.